In our previous class, we left our discussion at the centripetal acceleration for an uniformly moving object or a particle, and we got AC, that is centripetal acceleration, as v square by r, where v is the velocity of the body and r is the radius of curvature. Now let us find what is angular distance and angular speed from the diagram which we have drawn for the centripetal acceleration. So this is the diagram that we have used to find the centripetal acceleration. So now from this diagram also, in another way, we can define what is acceleration and what is velocity of a body which is in uniform circular motion. So now, as you can see, this object is moving from point P to P prime. As it moves from point P to P prime, there is an angle delta theta that is made. So this angle gives the angular distance. So here the vector is moving from point P to P prime and covering the angular distance delta theta. So delta theta is angular distance. So with this angular distance we can find what is angular velocity. So angular velocity will be denoted by omega. Omega is just the rate of change of angular distance with time. So let us write. Now the delta theta is what? It is angular distance. Now we have delta t. So this is time. So time is from t to t plus delta t. So with this we can write omega, that is angular velocity. Angular velocity. So what is velocity? Velocity is distance by time. So to define angular velocity, we are just taking angular distance by time. That is, the rate of change of angular displacement will give angular velocity. Angular velocity is the rate of change of angular displacement. So this is the angular velocity, and delta theta is what? That is the angular distance. So when object moves from P to P prime in time delta t, the line CP turns through an angle delta t, and that is known as angular distance. So omega can be written as delta theta divided by delta t. So this is angular velocity. Omega is equals to delta theta divided by delta t. So if distance traveled by object during time delta t is delta s, so now delta s is what? The distance traveled by an object in time delta t. So if this gives the distance, then you can write velocity is equals to delta s divided by delta t. Now delta s is from P to P prime. So P to P prime distance will give you delta s. Delta s will be equals to r delta theta. So r here is the radius of the circle. So with this we can write delta s as r delta theta. So here r is not the position vector of the point P, or you can also write capital R. This is just the normal radius of the circle. So I'll represent this as the bold R, or you can also take the capital R. So why to confuse? So delta S is equals to R delta theta. So in centripetal acceleration also you can write V square by capital R. So if you are not comfortable with the small r, because small r is the position vector for the point P, then you can also write this r as capital R. So now you have delta S is equals to R delta theta, and we know V is equals to delta S by delta T. Now V can be written as what? V is equals to R delta theta divided by delta T. So I can write this equation as R delta theta divided by delta T, and this can simply written as R omega. So that means you have velocity is equals to R omega. So we have defined the velocity. So we can also define centripetal acceleration AC in terms of angular speed. So AC we know what it is, V square by small r. So you can, as I said, you can also write V square by capital R. So write V square by R, because this here in a diagram we have used this R as a position vector for a point P. So to not to get confused, we can use capital R also. Now ಈಗ ವಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ದು ನಾವು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ದು ಏನದ ಆರ್ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಅದಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆರ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಒಮೆಗಾ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಆರ್. ನಾವು ಈಗ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆರ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆರ್. So we can write AC is equals to omega square R. So ಈಗ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ AC ನ ಆಂಗುಲರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರ್ದಿವಿ. ಸೊ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಒಮೆಗಾ ಇಸ್ ಆಂಗುಲರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್. ಒಮೆಗಾ ಇಸ್ ಆಂಗುಲರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್, or this can be angular velocity. Since we are taking theta as the distance from point P to P prime, omega will be what? Angular speed. So here also I will correct, it is written as angular speed. So here we are taking distance, so this will be speed. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಾವೇನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ನಾವು ಎ ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು ವಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ವಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಒಮೆಗಾ, ಎ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಒಮೆಗಾ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆರ್. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವೇನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ. ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವೇನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಬೈ ಅನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತೊಗೋತೈತಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್. ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡಿನೋಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಟೆಲ್ಸ್ ಯು, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ taken by an object to make one revolution is known as time period. So this we found. Now frequency find ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ frequency is denoted by F. F is 1 by t. So f can be written as 1 by t. So f can also be denoted as mu. Right. So from this formula, what we can see or what we can infer, or now ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೋದು, frequency is inversely proportional to the number of time period. So frequency the definition ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರಿಬೋದು, the number of revolution made in 1 second. So it is called frequency. So it is denoted by f. So number of revolution in 1 second. So that gives the frequency. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡ್ ಹಾಕುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಈಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಇನ್ 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತವು ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ covered to complete one circle will be equals to 2 pi r. So this you might have all read in your high school section. So one circle ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ, 2 pi r. So frequency can be written as, or in terms of frequency we can write omega is equals to 2 pi v. 2 pi nu. So nu is what? 1 by t. We know that. Next, nu is equals to 2 pi r v. And AC is equals to 4 pi square v square r. So this is v and this is nu. So v is what? V is r omega. So if you substitute omega in v, then you get r. So this is omega. And for AC, you have AC is equals to v square by r, and that can be written as omega square multiplied by r. So omega square is 4 pi square nu square r. So this here is velocity, this here is frequency. So the denotation for frequency is similar to v, so don't get confused. So frequency is nu, so it is written like this, and for velocity we write v. Okay, so here it is again nu. So next, so this is what we have written. So we understood what is time period and what is frequency. So we wrote the equation in terms of frequency. ಈಗ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಯು. Now next, let us learn the trigonometric concept, so that will be helpful for you to solve the problems on the chapter motion in a plane. Andra na next ಈಗ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಮೇಜರ್ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ ನೀವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಲಿತೀರಿ. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಈಗ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿದು ನಾ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲೇನ್. So hope this is all clear to you. So here I have changed omega as angular speed, because here we have considered theta as angular distance. So rate of change of angular distance will give us speed. So if you take rate of change of angular displacement, then you will get angular velocity. So this is what we learned till now. Again, I am telling, if you get confused how we get velocity and how we get AC, so it is nothing but we are just substituting omega in V formula. So here you have omega. We got to know omega as 2 pi nu. So if you substitute that here, velocity will be what? 2 pi nu multiplied by r. And for AC, again we wrote 4 pi square nu square r. So how did we get this? We have just substituted the value of omega square and then multiplied with r. So value of omega is 2 pi nu. So 2 pi nu whole square multiplied by r will give you AC. And nu, we know nu is 1 by t. Nu is the frequency. So now in few problems, what the questioner will do is, he will give you the time period, so that is t, and he will ask you to calculate the angular speed. Then what you will do? Omega will be equals to 2 pi nu formula, you know, and now you should substitute nu formula. Nu you have 1 by t. So if you substitute 1 by t here, what will be the formula for omega? Omega will be 2 pi divided by t. So clear? So ಏನು ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು? ನ್ಯೂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಒಳಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ್ಯಂಗುಲರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಇದು ಏನು ನ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು 1 ಬೈ ಟಿ. ಸೊ 1 ಬೈ ಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆ್ಯಂಗುಲರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. So that case is same for all the equation which you have here also. So in the problems he will give time period and you should change time period to frequency and then find what is the velocity and what is centripetal acceleration. So here also you have nu square. Nu square will be what? 1 by t square. So if you have t, then you should convert this nu to t. And if you have direct nu, or in some problems he will directly give you the frequency, then you need not to change nu. So ಯಾವಾಗಾದರೂ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹಾಕಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು 1 ಬೈ ಟಿಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎ ಸಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ವಿಲ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ, ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ let us solve few problems related to this chapter. So before problems, as I said, I will be discussing the trigonometric functions and later we will go for the problems. So this is for this lecture. So in next lecture I will teach the trigonometric formulas.